Hello and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Podcastan. This is the first time that somebody is coming on my podcast for the second time. And the reason is that this person is leaving Pakistan after 3 years, taking a lot of memories with him, and let's see, maybe leaving a lot of emotional baggage here that he does not want to carry with him. Because I think the last flight from Pakistan to US will be really, really heavy for Muhammad Yahya, who is the resident coordinator of UN in Pakistan. Goodbye podcast must be a very heavy emotional baggage that you are taking back home with you. Is
Absolutely. It's a difficult time. I was telling somebody yesterday that Pakistan is addictive. When you're addicted to something, it's very difficult to leave it. And this normal addiction is bad, but it's a good addiction. So I'll be living with a heavy heart, but also I'll be living as a better human being. I have
Really?
Absolutely. I have learned. I have been invited to many people's homes across this vast country. I've learned so many different cultures in the same country, but there's this thread of hospitality. But Pakistanis absorb you into their culture, into their homes, into their. So you feel like you're living like a bit of a part of your family. So I feel very strong about the Pakistani people and what they have done for me for the last 3 years.
What has Pakistan taught you professionally?
A lot. First, it has taught me professionally that before you come to Pakistan, you have an image of Pakistan that the world portrays. And that's not the image you see once you come to Pakistan. I was telling somebody the reality of Pakistan and the perceptions of Pakistan are the biggest divergence I've ever seen anywhere, because what you hear about this country and what you see is huge difference. But also, the main thing I touched on the hospitality and on warmth of the people. It teaches you a sense that we still have a hope in the world. If you think about where we are globally now, with the wars that are going on in this region and the Gulf, you see the problems of everybody says that we can't get on as a human community. Pakistan gives you hope that the decency and the goodness of people is still awake in many people. So, this is what this country has shown me. And I tell people, it's from the farthest north to the Arabian Sea. Incredible, diverse, but the warmth and the welcoming runs through the country.
Was this an informed strategy or decision to have this very unique style of diplomacy in this country personally? And do you think this style of very unique diplomacy that you did will continue after you? Will this legacy continue?
Absolutely, because it's the essence of what the United Nations is about. United Nations, if you think about it, it was set up nearly 81 years ago after Second World War, when many people died, including Pakistanis who participated during when this was the British colony. And at the ashes of war, we came with the idea that we can live together and we will create an organization that enhances our rights as individuals and solves differences peacefully, right? But the first line of the UN Charter, it says, "We the people." And it doesn't say we the governments,
even we the nations.
The nation says we the people. So the DNA of working for the UN is prioritizing the people. So for me, this was very natural to come to Pakistan, and the people who I want to engage other people are Pakistani and their culture. And if you don't appreciate or immerse yourself in a culture that you serve, then it's very difficult to think about development, sustainable development, or any other goals that you may have, you may have been tasked with, because at the end of the day, you're dealing with people. And that is why I think it will continue. And they have no choice. They have to continue. You have to hold them accountable.
And you have set the bar very high now, the standards.
Yeah.
And would you like to come back to this country as a backpacker, as a tourist?
Absolutely. I mean, there are many. I was telling somebody, I've been everywhere, but there are few places I've not been. So I definitely want to come back.
Like which one?
Skardu. I've not been to Skardu, but I've been to Hunza.
Yeah.
I've been to the other side, Gilgit.
Gilgit.
I've not been to Skardu. Is an area that I really want to come and visit. But absolutely, but I have many friends here. As I said, it's like living a family. So any opportunity, weddings. I like weddings. So anybody who's getting married, invite me. I'm coming.
Really, the producer of this podcast, Kashif, he's getting married after 2 months.
Okay, Kashif, I'm coming back to you. I'm inviting myself to his wedding.
Absolutely. I don't know how to put this question. Have you ever cried while being in Pakistan at any moment of meeting people or any situation?
Yeah. No, I mean, we come from similar cultures of men are not supposed to cry, but you do have involuntary tears. I don't know what to call them. So yes, it has happened to me, especially when you go to see people in extreme poverty, or you go to areas in the country where people are still suffering, and especially children. When you see children in acute malnutrition, which I've seen in parts of Sindh. Or you see, those are kind of times where you ask yourself, why can't we solve these problems of acute malnutrition, extreme poverty? Those are the things that get me. Yeah.
If you have a magic wand, what is one thing about Pakistan that you would like to change?
Education is the biggest liberator. People see education as good to educate kids. Actually, it's a real freedom. If you're not educated, and if your society doesn't invest, if Pakistan doesn't invest in its young people, especially in education, you are creating a national security threat. Because if you think about it, if you think about the terrible terrorism that Pakistanis experience every day, recently in Swat with suicide bombers, or you see the troubles around Balochistan. I'm very confident. I've seen it in other countries. Many educated people have options, and they don't join groups. Educated people are creative. They become more creative because they've been exposed to knowledge. So education is a national security issue, but education is also the future. We're entering the age of AI. We're entering a complete... Pakistani needs all its people educated. Now you have 25 million kids out of school, and you have another 60 million who are not learning, who are in school but are not learning. So that, for me, is the number one issue that I will leave that message to Pakistanis. Think about all the wonderful young people you have, and then think about the millions who you're missing through the net because they are born in the wrong family or they don't have access to education. So your next Einstein or your next Iqbal or your next Jinnah is been missed because they were born in a place where they don't have, they have a family that they're not educated and they cannot contribute to these countries.
And none of their fault.
And none of their fault. So that is the area that Pakistan needs to focus on. And I wrote an article recently saying that education should not be seen as something you negotiate in the budget. It should be the number one line in budget. That we have to educate the young generation because they will define this country's future.
What is your advice to the Gen Z of Pakistan?
Well, they're doing very well. They're very creative. I can see many of them are behind us now, running all the show here. The Gen Z, they don't need our advice. They know what, I mean, especially, they're partly Gen Z because they're educated.
Yeah.
The ones who are not educated would concern me, but the Gen Zs are very creative. They will build a completely different Pakistan, and I'm very.
Are you positive?
Very positive. I actually think they will. Those who are curious about how this country started, if you look at the ambition this country had through its founding father, I'm confident this generation will get it there.
But generally, Gen Z, not only of Pakistan, all over the world,
Yes.
they think so differently from our generation, no?
Absolutely, yeah. We're just talking about we grew up in a generation where we were looking for antennas on the right spot on the TV to watch a TV channel. But no, Gen Zs are different. They're impatient. I see that as a positive
Okay.
because you should not be told wait for a decade until somebody who's we look at the world. Many of the leaders in the 80s, you wonder why they're impatient and why don't we lead? And we have better ideas. In many cases, they do. They're creative. They're detribalized, which is so important for the world. They're de-ethnicized. So they're a completely different generation. I actually think they are they will change the world in a better way, and including issues around climate change. I mean, they're the ones you and I are ones who've contributed to this disaster
A lot.
a lot, and they're thinking about renewable energy. They're thinking about a different world. So I'm confident.
Have you done your shopping that you are things that you want to take from Pakistan, be it furniture or handicrafts or something?
Yes, we as a family we have a lot of Pakistani carpets, a lot of furniture. We bought a lot of local furniture here. The famous Multan vases and cup of teas and the China. We have all that. But one thing I would love to take, which is completely impossible,
Yes.
it's a mango tree. Because if I could get Pakistani mangoes somewhere else, that would be great. But that is impossible. But that means that I have to constantly come back.
Exactly.
By the way, I've tested Pakistani mangoes outside. They don't taste the same. You buy
Why?
them in
I
the
don't.
supermarket, it's just not the same.
It's not same.
No, yeah, it's like the mango is there's a sense the mango thing. I don't belong here, so I'm not going to give you all my.
Yes, you're right. I don't know. And they're so expensive.
Yeah, expensive.
In
And
London,
they taste-
one mango is 4 to 5 pounds each mango, and it
And doesn't taste the same. So I've given up. Every time I used to be so excited, I go to a supermarket in Western countries, and then you see Pakistani mango. You go, my God, I'm going to taste a fantastic. Actually, they only have Chausa there. I don't see anything else. They normally just export that. But anyway, it doesn't taste the same. So you have to come back here and eat them here.
So you'll come back for mangoes.
Mangoes. You also have others like your oranges from KPK. This red, they're like red.
We
inside.
call them red blood Malta.
It's another one. It's incredible.
Red blood orange. Okay, if the UN title disappears from Muhammad Yahya's name, no professional identity, who are you?
Who am I? Oh, that's a very good question. Who am I? Well, I come from. I'm a child of a small village. This is why I like going to villages around Pakistan. I tell my colleagues, "Is this beautiful?" You went to one. I saw you in this Punjab thing you did in the small villages. That's me.
Vihari.
Yeah, that's me. That is the environment. I've always wanted to be a farmer, but I have zero skills. But this idea of waking up in a small village, that's how I grew up. But mine was a coastal village, so we used to go sailing, swimming, fishing, and we fished big game, marlins and tuna. So that's me. I'm a sea boy in the other side of Karachi, in the Indian Ocean, the East African side. And a small village person. And one of the reasons I joined the UN is seeing around you the sufferings of human beings around you, in terms of poverty, in terms of lack of opportunity, and you feel that joining my organization was part of that push to want to see changes in others. But to answer your question, small village guy, is it called Lahari? Hari, the place you are in Punjab?
Oh, Vihari.
Vihari. I want to go to Vihari.
The farmer is called Hari, by the way.
Oh, okay. No, so yeah, Vihari. I've told my colleagues we should go there, but we never ended up going there. It's really, that makes me feel at home.
I have a retirement plan for you. You should come to Sindh and do mango farming.
Okay, that sounds good. The only problem I have is that I have to run away in the summer. I've never been so hot in my life. You know, I don't know how people. I mean, I was telling somebody the summer in Sindh. By the way, Sindh is the most incredible
I know.
place, most colorful province in
Absolutely.
Pakistan. But the summer is 51, 50. So I have to be a mango farmer who runs away during harvest. That just doesn't look very good.
Not a very good business idea. All right. So, is it possible for you to in your busy schedules to write? I think you must write. You should write your biography, or you must write
Yeah.
a book or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm able
So
to.
in my previous job, before I used to be a head of policy division in Addis Ababa.
No, but I'm not talking about those
No,
writings.
no, but I used
The
to actually
reports
write
and
op-eds.
strategies.
Not that one. I used to write op-eds on my opinions.
Okay.
So, and I used to be in Afghanistan. So I used to, for example, write an op-ed and a pseudonym on what I was experiencing in Afghanistan. And then you become senior in the UN, then you're not, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You know, you have to, anyway, but
Maybe another retirement plan that
maybe
you.
exactly writing. I really do like writing, and I really is something that I will definitely do when I leave the UN. Memos or something of my experience. Then, yeah. But the only problem is I was telling somebody
Who will read?
who will read it. That's what people don't read anymore. Maybe we make it into a series of reels. No, but good idea. I'll definitely take that on board. Something I'll
Talking of your reels, the natural flow of question is that in New York, in a very different position that you're going to be at. Good luck for that, by the way.
Thank you.
Will you be able to continue these kinds of reels and social media and Instagramming and
So half of a good social media platform is the visuals. So I won't have this. I mean, my job will be inside UNHQ. We'll try to make it. The answer is yes, but we'll try to make it as interesting as possible in a bureaucratic environment.
in concrete and metal and glass?
So you don't have, you don't have the mountains of northern Pakistan behind you. Or you don't have, the colors of Sindh with you, or the kites in Lahore. So we'll try our best. But the idea of this is to demystify difficult things. And for me, many people always ask, what does the UN do? What does the UN do? And I think here in Pakistan, we try to demystify it and make it as accessible as possible. And I will try the same in the UN. So I'll try to, in headquarters, try to tell the story, because very important work has been done. Peace or conflict on Iran, the US conflict that is ongoing. There's a Security Council discussions. I'll be dealing with issues around humanitarian needs in places such as Gaza, in places such as Sudan. So we'll have to tell those stories in an accessible way, because people will want to know. You represent all of us, the UN. What exactly do you do? And this is some of the criticism we get, because we don't communicate as easily as we should.
Mo, what is one thing in your life that you always wanted to do but have not been able to do as yet? On a personal level.
One is farming. I really mean it. I've always had this imagination in my head of waking up in the morning, walking into the milking the cows in a tractor, doing something. So, but I've just realized I'm just not good at it. But I just like the idea of farming and fishing and all those kind of things. But I really enjoy traveling and learning and absorbing. Not traveling in terms of a tourism type of things, but just traveling around and getting to know different people, different cultures, different stories, different narratives. I think there's an African writer called Chimamanda Adichie. She wrote many books. A well-known writer, Americana. She wrote another book called Half a Yellow Sun. And she gave actually a TED talk. You should, if you had the opportunity, look at it. I think that it's the danger of a single story, or something around single stories. And many of the things we suffer as developing countries is that our stories are not told by ourselves. There's no voice. You don't hear a lot of voices from developing countries, right? Edward Said wrote the book Orientalism, the Palestinian writer. One of the angles he was saying is that we don't have a voice. Somebody else tells us who we are.
And if you don't tell your own story, somebody else will.
Exactly. So this is why the idea of traveling and telling stories, our own stories, or giving people their own voice to tell their own story, it's something that attracts me. Maybe you should do it because you do this well. You're a movie actor. You're famous on YouTube. You're famous here in Pakistan. Maybe it's something that you should also think about because there's so many incredible stories out there.
By the way, the work that we do here at Black Box, also part of our work is to tell incredible different stories, the brand, to change the branding of this country even outside this country. And that's, you're absolutely right. It's immensely important for countries like Pakistan and many other African countries as well to come up and start telling their own stories.
Absolutely.
A person like you, I do not think that you believe in retirement, do you?
I like the idea of retirement, but I realize when I go for holiday for 2-3 weeks, it feels like retirement. So I don't even like holidays. So then I want to come back to work, we have to learn how to retire. Otherwise, we'll be those who we criticize. You say, "Oh, well, look at this leader. He's 100 years old. He's still in power." There's one. I'm going to get into trouble as a UNO. There's one leader in some country. I'm not joking. He's like 98 or something, 97. So retirement is also part of giving others a space. The next generation to take over. If you sit on the seat for too long, first you don't have anything else to offer because your ideas are redundant, and the Gen Zs will push you out anyway. So you better just leave voluntarily.
With respect.
Exactly.
I've heard that you have developed a great love for some of Pakistani Urdu poets, especially Faz Ahmed Faz, and Pakistani music. Tell me more about it. How do you understand the philosophy of Faz translated into English?
So I know that you don't get all of it because I'm not an Urdu speaker. I try to get into them. I try to get my friends to tell me, and we get the English translation. It's just not the same. And also I recognize that poems are not just poems. They have a historical basis, right? If you read his poem Hamde Genge, you have to understand the politics on he experienced to write it. It's just not reading.
In those times.
So this was a historical basis of those poetry. It's the same with Iqbal and why he was writing the time that was India, British India. So you miss a lot of, first you miss in what they call loss in translation. Once you translate anything, you don't get the essence or you don't get the core of the story. And then the second part is the historical basis of that poetry. So a Pakistani will understand what it was to live under those terms and when he wrote this poem. But going back to the issue of this is, I didn't know any of these things before I came here. So it tells you how much the world is missing out in the writings by eminent Pakistani writers like Faiz, like Iqbal and others who have the poets and even the writers. You miss a lot by by having a conduit between you as a global citizen. And so if I only watch news, me, and let's say I live in New York and my relationship with Pakistan, if I didn't know, would be through the news. And the news always tell you, oh, is this attack here, is that. So we miss a lot as a human community. So for me coming here, immersing myself in the culture, in the poetry, in the history, you live a different person, an improved person outside your work. I would never have known this if I wasn't here. So you feel very much enriched. And your poetry and the Urdu language is very deep and very interesting. And then you also learn other languages in this country that are also very fascinating. the Pashto language. I think I told you this last time. It's very easy for me to pronounce Pashto, but also most people don't know there are more Pashtuns in Pakistan than there are in Afghanistan. People always, when I was abroad, and even when I worked in Afghanistan, I thought the Pashtuns in Afghanistan, but they're not. The majority of them are in Pakistan. They're Pakistani. So you get to learn all this, but also the music, their culture, their poetry is very different. And then you go to Punjabi music, and now it has taken over the world in terms of dance, and so what I'm saying is anybody who comes to Pakistan and wants to know this country and wants to contribute to this country, you have to immerse yourself in the culture and its stories and its poetry and its music.
Is your Spotify playlist going to have a lot of Pakistani?
Absolutely. Now, those the AI on Spotify, what is it called? DJ X or something, DJ Rock. Anyway, so the AI DJ on Spotify, they kind of predict what you listen to. Now,
right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So when I came here, they were just playing a lot of other music. Now,
they've started.
They know that what I listen to, so they just guess your
like the algorithm is.
The algorithm now, starts playing different.
Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely, that has changed. I was telling my colleague maybe I will do my top 10 Pakistani songs before I leave, and we'll put it on social media.
You must.
I may get into trouble because I don't know how the Gen Zs will respond, but I will do it because it's very.
Just do it and fly off.
Exactly.
Your last evening in Pakistan, where would you like to go? What would you like to eat, and with whom?
So my last evening, actually, I have a plan for my last evening. It wasn't well thought through. Apart from parking and the family, and there's a lot of work to be done. But I think just spending quiet nights with friends, Pakistani friends that I've made here. That'll be what I'll be doing. I shouldn't be saying this, but one of the bad habit I picked in Pakistan is smoking cigars. It's one thing that my wife is very unhappy about. So I can just imagine smoking cigar with my good friends and sitting in the garden. That'll be it.
And a little while ago, somebody said that Pakistan has made me a better person.
Of course, most of the time. But there's some habit. Actually, the cigars are not bad if you smoke. You don't smoke every day, right? One cigar a month is not. Anyway, I shouldn't be saying this. Whoever's watching, smoking is bad for you. Don't smoke.
It's injurious to health,
It's terrible. Yes.
When would you come back to Pakistan? Any plans? Next summer, maybe?
Yes, I'm coming to his wedding.
Oh, Kashif's wedding.
Kashif's wedding, of course. But any opportunity to come to Lahore, to Karachi and Islamabad, I'll take it. I've been to the winter in Quetta. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
The mountains over there.
Mountains of Quetta. We were there it was -18 this February. So any opportunity to come to any of the provincial capitals, or even if there's a fantastic wedding, I'll come for work, of course, if there's a need for work front. But I really look forward coming here with with freedom to spend time with friends and move around the country.
When you go on your Instagram and you see your initial reels 3 years ago, and the way your account and your followers have evolved with time, it must be an emotional experience.
Yeah, the most touching thing is the comments you get from. I put the first pictures yesterday on the first goodbye event my colleagues hosted. But you get saying that people are genuine in this country. One thing I like about Pakistan is that they are very genuine and very warm. So the response you get of people thanking you for the small contribution you've made to the country, although it's not me, it's the UN, but as I represent the UN, so in that sense, it's very touching. And it's, as I said, I still can't believe I'm leaving. So it hasn't hit me yet until the day I'm about to get into the plane. But I have time. I still have 2 weeks of traveling. So next week we'll be on the road. I'll be in Karachi, I'll be in northern Pakistan.
I think it's going to hit you once the plane takes off and you see the Islamabad and Pakistan going under the clouds, and that will be the moment.
But my job, because of my job, and more importantly, because of the friendships I've made, I don't think it'll be the last time.
Definitely. Good luck.
Thank you very
And
much.
thank you for coming over once again.
And thank you for giving me this platform to share my thoughts. Thank you for inviting me second time. But also, the work you do and the work that your team does here in Black Box is incredible, and we are thankful that you amplify the voices of voices of those who are contributing, at least telling the positive story of this country. So thank you very much.